Most people think mental strength means you don't feel fear, sadness, or pain. But that's not it. The real reason most people will never be mentally strong is simple. They choose comfort over growth every single time. They avoid the hard stuff. They run away from challenges. They quit too early. And in this video, I'm going to break it down. No fluff, just the real truth. Let's talk about why most people stay mentally weak and how you can avoid making the same mistake. Mental strength isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's not about pretending you're fine when you're not. And it definitely isn't about acting tough. It's about discipline. It's about focus. It's about doing the hard things even when you don't feel like it. But here's the thing. Most people will never get there. Not because they can't, but because they won't. Because it's easier to stay comfortable. It's easier to keep scrolling. It's easier to blame others and make excuses. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 main reasons why most people will never be mentally strong. And if you recognize yourself in any of these, good. That means you're self-aware. And self-awareness is the first step to change. Let's start with the big one, discomfort. Most people hate feeling uncomfortable. The second something feels hard, they stop. Whether it's going to the gym, starting a business, fixing a relationship, or speaking up for themselves, they quit the moment it gets uncomfortable. But mental strength is built inside discomfort. When you do things that stretch you, you grow. When you sit in hard emotions instead of running from them, you learn. When you face things head on, even if you're scared, you build courage. Comfort is the enemy of growth. And if you're always chasing comfort, you're training your brain to be weak. Quick example. Think about people who wake up early every day to go for a run. It's not because they love waking up early. It's because they know doing hard things makes them stronger. They've learned to embrace discomfort. Action tip. Start small. Do one uncomfortable thing every day. Take a cold shower. Say no when you mean it. Speak in that meeting. Bit by bit, you'll get stronger. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Most people wait to feel like it before they act. They wait for motivation. But here's the truth. Strong people act even when they don't feel like it. They go to the gym when it rains. They study when they're tired. They keep going when results are slow. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do, long after the feeling you set it in is gone. There's a story about a man who wanted to be a writer. Every day he said, "I'll write when inspiration hits." Years passed. He wrote nothing. Another man said, "I'll write for 1 hour every morning, no matter what." In 2 years, he wrote 3 books. Guess who got stronger? Discipline builds confidence. When you keep promises to yourself, you feel powerful. When you break them, you feel weak. Every time you say just 1 more hour of Netflix or "I'll do it tomorrow," you train your mind to lose. Action tip, make tiny commitments. Stick to them. Wake up at the same time daily, write for 5 minutes, read 1 page. Show up every day and your mind will learn that you're serious. Pain is a teacher, but most people run from it. They numb their pain with food, scrolling, gossip, or distractions. But pain that's buried alive stays alive. Mentally strong people feel pain, process it, and grow from it. They ask, what is this pain trying to teach me? Example, maybe you got rejected. Instead of blaming others or feeling worthless, pause, ask, what can I learn from this? Maybe you weren't prepared. Maybe it wasn't your time. Maybe you're being redirected. Pain can build power if you let it. Some of the strongest people you know have been through the most. What made them strong wasn't the pain itself. It was the fact that they didn't run. They stayed. They listened. They used it. Action tip. When pain shows up, don't escape. Write about it. Talk about it. Feel it fully. Then let it go. That's how you heal and grow. Comparison is the thief of strength. Most people waste time watching others. They scroll, they envy, they feel small. But mentally strong people focus on their own lane. They compete with who they were yesterday, not with strangers online. Ask yourself, am I better than I was last week, last month, last year? That's what matters. Stop letting someone else's success make you feel like a failure. Let's go deeper. What mental strength really looks like. You've heard the main reasons why most people stay mentally weak. They avoid discomfort, they lack discipline, and they run from pain. But now let's really dig into what mental strength looks like in the real world. Not just as a concept, but as a way of living. Because mental strength is not something you're born with. It's something you build, like a muscle. 1. The morning battle. The alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. Your body says, no, stay in bed, just 10 more minutes. But your mind says, get up. You promised yourself. Mentally strong people win this battle, not because they're superhuman, but because they understand one thing. How you start your day sets the tone for everything else. They don't wait for motivation. They build systems, routines, habits. They get up, brush their teeth, drink water, and start their day with intention, even when they don't feel like it. That's mental strength. 2. The distraction test. You sit down to work. You've got a goal. Maybe it's writing a book, learning a skill, or growing your business. But guess what? Your phone lights up. Notifications, messages. Just check for a second, your brain whispers. This is a test. Weak minds give in. Strong minds pause, breathe, and stay focused. Why? Because they know focus is currency. Every time you switch tasks, you lose energy. You lose time. You weaken your willpower. Strong people protect their attention. They turn off distractions. They set boundaries. They train their minds to stay present. That's mental strength. 3. The criticism. Check you share something you created. A video, a post, an idea. Someone comments, this is trash. Ouch. Now you have a choice. React emotionally or respond wisely. Most people take it personal. They spiral. They stop creating. They let one comment ruin their entire mood. Mentally strong people, they pause, they ask, is this true? If yes, they learn. If no, they move on. Simple. They don't let one opinion define their worth because they know their value isn't based on what others think. It's based on how they show up every day. That's mental strength. The pain moment. Let's say you fail at something big. You launch a project, it flops. You trust someone, they betray you. You fall in love, it ends. Most people fall apart here. They numb the pain, distract themselves, avoid the emotions. But strong minds, they lean in. They feel the pain. They don't pretend it's not there. They cry if they need to. They reflect. They journal. They ask, what is this teaching me? They come out wiser, not bitter. That's mental strength. 5. The temptation game. You're trying to save money, but your friends invite you to an expensive night out. Or you're on a diet, and someone offers you junk food. Most people say YOLO and give in. Then they feel regret. Mentally strong people pause. They zoom out. They ask, what do I want most, not what do I want now? That's the question that separates the strong from the weak. Because discipline is about delayed gratification. Choosing what's best in the long run, not what feels good right now. That's mental strength. What mental strength is not, let's clear this up. Mental strength is not never crying. It's not working 20 hours a day. It's not ignoring emotions or pretending life is always perfect. It's feeling deeply and still moving forward. Wanting to quit, but choosing to stay. Failing and trying again anyway. Knowing your limits, but pushing your edges. Being kind in a cruel world. Focused in a distracted world. Calm in a chaotic world. That's real strength. The 5 silent killers of mental strength. Let's break them down. 1. Overthinking. Thinking too much is like tying your shoelaces together. You won't move. Mentally strong people think, then act. 2. Negative self-talk. The things you say to yourself matter. I'm not good enough becomes your reality. Strong people rewire that voice. I'm learning. I'm growing. I've got this. 3. Toxic people. If your circle drains you, you'll never feel strong. Mentally strong people protect their energy. They know when to walk away. 4. Excuses. Everyone has a story, but not everyone uses it as fuel. Strong people turn pain into purpose, not excuses. 5. Perfectionism. Waiting for perfect kills progress. Mentally strong people take messy action. They learn on the go. Your weekly mental strength plan. Here's how to build it step by step. Monday, face discomfort. Do one thing that scares you. Speak up. Take the stairs. Start the side hustle. Tuesday, discipline day. Follow your routine no matter what. No skipping, no excuses. Wednesday, reflect. Journal your thoughts. Ask, what did I struggle with this week? What did I learn? Thursday, break a pattern. Do something differently. Wake up earlier. Change your workout. Push your mind. Friday, digital detox. Log out for 2 hours. Be with yourself. Read, walk, think. Saturday, help someone. Strength isn't just about you. It's also about how you uplift others. Sunday, rest with intention. Recovery is part of growth, but rest doesn't mean laziness. Stretch, meditate, reset. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to feel strong every day. You just have to keep showing up. Because every time you choose growth over comfort, discipline over feelings, healing over hiding, you get stronger. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll wake up and see you've become mentally strong. Let me ask you this. What's one thing you've been avoiding? Something painful, uncomfortable, or scary that you know deep down is keeping you from becoming stronger? Drop it in the comments. Let it out. Someone else might need your courage to face theirs. Like this video if you felt something shift inside. Share it with a friend who's ready to grow. Subscribe so we can walk this journey together. Because in the next video, we go even deeper. You don't want to miss what's coming.